Howdy ho, guys and gals. Welcome back to the Den of Tools. Today is Monday, August 19th, which means it's time for, say it with me, Deals of the Week! All right, we got some smoking deals for you. I gotta tell you, I called it earlier this year. I said this year's it's gonna be ramping up. It's gonna get more crazy and more crazy and more crazy. Usually summer's pretty sleepy when it comes for deals. Prime Days was insane. I thought August, there's no way August is gonna die down. 40 to 60% off over at Home Depot. Go check it out. We got Labor Day sales coming up, and they're going to start on the 22nd. So just in a few days, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you ring the bell. If you don't ring the bell, YouTube doesn't believe you, and they're not going to notify you, and you're going to miss out on these deals, all right? So there's a lot of great smoking deals coming down the pipe, but let's jump into today's deals because we're going to start hard, and then we're just going to keep ramp up from there. So first off, we're going to start with today's sponsors. Now, hold on. I want to talk about this. People ask, well, why do you take sponsors? Well, here's the deal. When I work directly with brands, you know what? Pays my bills. I'm a full-time YouTuber. Let's be completely honest about it. We're 100% transparent here. We always tell you when it's a sponsored deal. We always tell you when we get something free. So you know and everyone knows, and there's no kind of under-the-table kind of stuff going on. But that said, brands like this, great brand. We've worked with them before. Look at this thing. This is a 3,500 amp, 12 volt lithium ion battery jump starter plus 150 PSI inflator. It'll do up to a 10 liter gas or 8 liter diesel engine, 3 modes, LED light jump pack. So you have 2-in-1, the jump starter, and it'll do the air compressor because you want to have both in your truck anyway. All right, let's be honest. Is it going to do a 10 liter gas? Yeah, I doubt it. But you know what it's going to do? It's going to handle most trucks. All right. Would it work on it says it'll do an 8 liter diesel. I have a 6 liter diesel. I haven't tried it on my truck. I've got a new testing system that we're going to be using. We're going to be implementing here. But I'll tell you what, if for like your basic 8-cylinder, it's going to handle that just fine. This is not a top level premium brand. All right. This is a value brand. And let's be completely honest about it. But they throw a lot of value into this brand. I mean, it comes with a soft case, which is one of the things that I love. And you're getting 2-in-1. You're getting the inflator and you're getting the jump starter. Now, some of you don't like combined units, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute. I totally get that. But look at this. This is what I was talking about, why I like working with these brands. Because as I said, you've heard of win-win. Well, this is a win-win-win. We get a win for you, a win for me, and we get a win for the brand. Because look at this. Right now, it's typically $100. It's on sale on Amazon down to $90. There is a 20% off coupon on top of that. But I can then, because I'm working directly with the brands, I push back on them. I'm like, no, we need real deals for this. What do we get you? 30% off coupon code down below. All the links, everything is down below. Just click on the part down there where it says, more. Click on that, and I'll show you all the links and all the discount codes. And, again, this is a sponsor, all right? So, take it for what you will. But 30% on top of savings that nobody else can get, all right? That's why we do this kind of stuff. That's why I like working with these brands. And I know a lot of you have been really excited about the whole 2-in-1 compressor thing, and I get it, compressor jump starter thing. But let's talk about just the compressors, okay? So next up, we got this one. This is from Sofipe. I don't know how they pronounce these names. Anyway, 150 PSI inflator, 2-inch LED screen, 350 minute air pump for inflatables, 3 light modes, suitable for MPV, car, motorcycle, ball, air matches, the whole 9 yards. Now, this one I actually do have here in the shop with me. The other one, my wife, she had to go to Billings today, and she gave her jump starter to a friend of hers. Long story. I didn't want the wife leaving town. Out here in Montana, there's big stretches of land where there's just nothing, and I don't let her or anybody I know drive any long distances without some support kind of stuff and tools in their car. So this is the Sofipe right here. This is your all-in-one inflator here. There's the power button right there. Let me turn that on. Look at that display. Nice big, semi-color display. Semi-color, it's not like full color, but it has, some color to it. Easy setup. You got the light on the end. You got the charging. Of course, it can also be used as a power bank as well. Good. I love the strap on this because the strap goes flat, and then when you need it, it actually is a usable carrying strap. I hate the ones that have the big old straps and they just kind of stick out to the side. Then you got your inflators over here on the end. It's got little rubber feet so it won't dance around if it's sitting on a table. It's just a nice build quality. And it comes with all the accessories, and it comes in a great semi-rigid case. And if you guys have been around the channel anytime, you know I love these cases. It's one of those things, I don't know what it is. I love having to be able to store all my parts together. And there's something looking around. There's some companies that will just give you one of these little bags and like, well, it's something at least. This is what I like to see. This is when I know that somebody's being serious about it. Anyway, you're looking at $70, normally $90. On sale for $70, $71. Call it what it is. Now, this one is on sale 10% off. I couldn't get an extra code on it, but right now you're looking at taking it down to $61. $61 for a dedicated, pretty nice, pretty sophisticated little inflator. All right, next up, we've got the anemometer. For you, those of you who don't know what that is, it's one of these. There we go. I can get it on camera. Look at that. And I've dealt with top tests for years at this point. And I absolutely love these little kind of tricorder-esque kind of tools. I've got a bunch of them that I use for all sorts of different stuff. This one is a moisture meter. Where's the other one? Somewhere around here I've got like a sound meter, and I've got a bunch of other ones, but it's anytime I want to know something, I can just pull it out and figure it out. Storm's coming in. If I want to check the speed on a blower or something, I can do this. A lot of great uses for these kind of things. The only thing I would say negative about them is they don't have a tripod mount. A tripod mount would be really nice on this. But anyway, they're for, what are they, $30, 5% off coupon on that. And then, we also got what? An extra 15%. So you're gonna pay $30, 5% off of that, 15% off of that. Again, love stacking these savings. That's why I like working with these brands. We've worked with Top Test for years. Totally recommend them. Are they the super high-end scientific kind of stuff? No, they're not. This is DIY level kind of stuff. And if you just want to see what's going on, you know why? Number one reason I use them is I fly drones, and being able to know what the actual wind speed is when your drone's going to be going up, it's kind of important. So there's a lot of various uses. In fact, here's what you can do. Put it down in the comments. I'd like to figure out what maybe you guys could think of as other uses for something like this. All right, let's keep going here. We got X-Tool. Of course, I'm a huge fan of X-Tool. They've been a supporter of the channel for years as well. This is the D7. They've got this. Look at it. This is bidirectional. And again, I always tell people, bidirectional is where real diagnostics start. If you just want to clear codes, you can get a cheap code reader, all right? And honestly, that's kind of the way I feel is you should either buy a cheap code reader or you should jump that chasm to an actual bidirectional, a real scanner like this, because everything in between is just like, okay, it's slightly better code reader. Until you get to that bidirectional with the full suite and everything, you're not going to do real diagnostics. Now, full disclosure, all these bidirectionals, like all of them, they're going to come with a subscription plan because they have to keep up to date with what the manufacturers are doing and updates and all that kind of stuff. That said, this comes with 3 years of updates. So for 3 years, you're not going to have to worry about this. This will do all the basic scanning, plus it'll do all the active tests and system resets, 36 resets. It's based on the Android platform, so you got a full tablet underneath it. This is a fantastic tool. It's normally $420. It's on sale for $369. There's a $25 off coupon on that. And then again, I talked to X-Tool, and they're like, okay, how about this? Weird, 12%, not 10, not 15, 12%. I got what I could, but 12%, that makes this, which is a professional grade reader, coming in at just over $300. If you want to get serious about it, this is one to consider. And I say that because I also found this one on sale. Not that one, this one. Anyway, this is the X-Tool D7S, which is the scanner that I use and lives at my shop. I use all the time. Why? Because it's the nicest one that I've got my paws on, and it really is a high-end scanner. It's the step up from the D7. This is the 2024. All right, 3 years of updates, active tests. It does everything and more that the D7 does. It's on sale for $366.99, $367. Call it what it is. Now, I wasn't able to get a code for this because they don't even know I'm posting this one, because I think they're trying to clear out the D7s, because the D7S is the one that's, they've upgraded to. So, but at that sale price, at 22% off, I just had to put it out there. I didn't want you to buy this and be like, well, the D7, the upgrade to this was out and it was only, $60 more. So there we go. So next up, we've got, keep going the wrong one. We got to talk about this one because I mentioned it before and we worked with this company before. This is H Calorie. Again, I'm not responsible for the names. 12 volt car fridge, 42 quart. This thing, it runs on 12 volt or 24 volt, 110 or 240. It'll run off the DC in your vehicle, the 12 volt there. It'll do 4 degrees up to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Camping truck, yada, yada, yada. This thing is on sale. It was $194.99. There's a $20 off coupon. We've talked about these guys before. They make great stuff. We showed one back around Amazon Prime Days, a really slick, almost designer-esque looking kind of thing. This thing is definitely more of the rugged kind of nature, and it's not tiny. I got it here right next to me. Let me move the camera over here so you can see it. This is it right here, and it's, oh my gosh, it's a big boy. All right, this thing is not small. All right, and when you get it filled up, I wish they'd put wheels on it, because you get this thing filled up and it's going to be, that's a whole lot of cooler. But anyway, you got all your controls up here, and inside you've got 2 compartments there. Right there, and then the main compartment has got a drainage hole at the bottom, so if you got liquids and stuff in there, you can let them drain out. I'm gonna say there's one kind of thing that's, I guess it's good, but it's also kind of a negative. So a lot of these kind of coolers that have these handles that come out, the handles will have a tendency to kind of stick out and they get caught on stuff, and you knock your leg on it or it gets caught in a door or something. These have a spring that pulls them back, but the spring is aggressive. It is way aggressive. When you get your finger in there, it actually kind of, you could probably unscrew these, take them apart, and take the spring out if you don't like it. But, and it comes with the 12 volt, comes with the 110 or 120 adapter. So you have all of that. This is for 100, it was at 195, you're gonna look at 175 for a giant portable fridge. That will, I use them for car trips, I use them for picnics, and when we go camping for birthdays and stuff like that. We use them all the time. And I even use them as, like when we have big events and stuff going on. Let me bring the camera back there. We'll have people in town, stuff like that, and you always need like an extra fridge or something like that, right? There you go. Because they can be a freezer, they can be a fridge, that you can move them here or there. We are always renting an Airbnb in town or something. When we have a smaller house in town. It's vintage. Anyway, so it's always nice to be able to throw one of these, wherever we want, and have extra food storage when we have big groups and stuff gathering. I know I'm kind of a fanboy of these fridges, but I'm a fan because they're so versatile and so useful. We take them down to the river, we take them to the ocean, we take them up in the mountains. They're just fantastic. I love them. All right, I'll stop. Let's keep going, all right? All right, we talked about that. We got to talk about this. Now, these are sent in by viewers. If you want to send us in some deals, you have to wait till Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you can try early Monday. Good luck. But email them to red@dentatools.com. You have to put deals of the week in the subject line, all right? Hey, wait till Friday. Put deals of the week. Otherwise, I won't read them, all right? Well, I'll read them, but I won't remember them come Friday or when it comes to put these together, because I do a search. Anyway, doesn't matter. You get the picture there. Anyway, so these were all sent in. So let's take a look at them. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Mini chainsaws. Who doesn't like a good mini chainsaw? I will say this. The first thing that caught my eye on this is it has a built-in oil reservoir, which many of the mini chainsaws do not, and you're basically just pouring oil on the chain. Does it work? Yeah. Is it as convenient as having an oil reservoir? No. This is nice to see. I like this. And at normally $120, it's on sale for $69.88. There's a $30 off coupon. So you're looking at $70. That's a $40 mini chainsaw with an oil reservoir, and you're getting the little toolkit, you're getting the case, you're getting 2 batteries with it. That's a nice little setup for $40. All right, next up, we got the Spec Ops 10-inch nail puller. Now, I'll be honest, I've seen the Spec Ops brand around, and I've always kind of bypassed it because it just seems cheesy to name your tools Spec Ops. Remember like back in the early 2000s when everything was tactical? I remember my son asking if our black lab was tactical or our Labrador is tactical just because she's black. I thought it was a pretty good joke. Anyway, for a 7-year-old, that was pretty good. Anyway, we get this got sent in by a viewer. He says it's a pretty cool little tool. 10-inch nail puller for $853. It's 39% off. At that price, I might be willing to give it a try. It's got, let's look at the ratings on it, 4,772 and not a fish hook in sight. That's a pretty good ratings on that. I don't know, maybe it's a better tool than I was suspecting. All right, we got the DeWalt. Now, this is the 20-volt max cordless brushless drill. It's not the XR. This is the middle of the road, the Goldilocks zone over there. So if you're in black and yellow or looking to get into black and yellow, you don't need the XR, but you don't want to get stuck with the brush tool. This might be an option for you. $89 for the full kit. You're getting the 2 amp hour battery, not the 1.3. That's nice. Charger, bag, something. Oh, my anemometer just turned off. Charger and bag there. All of that for $89. Next up, we got the toolbox organizer here. Don't have your toolboxes just cluttered. Get some organization, stuff like this. Look, it's ridiculously cheap. You're getting how many pieces here? 47 pieces. 47 pieces for all of, was it 30 bucks? It's normally $36. It's on sale for $30. And there's a 10% coupon on top of that. Boom, boom, boom. Love those stacks. Get some organization. Don't be a slob. Get it together. I know, physician, heal thyself, right? Yeah, I know. All right, let's keep going here. Next up, Toolant. Toolant actually sent these over to us about a month ago. I've been playing around with them. I'm actually fairly impressed. This is where they normally $43. You're getting the 22-piece metric and SAE extra long Allen keys with the ball end. So the hex set here. This is, I honestly like it. I even like the holder it comes with. You're looking at normally $43 on sale down to $40 with a 5% coupon on top of that. Again, like to stack those savings. SK, I know a lot of people are going to say SK. This is made in the USA SK. This is old school SK. It's just a 1/4-inch ratchet. It's got the old school round head, which SK was famous for. They're the ones I think who invented that round head ratchet. You're looking at, for 1/4 inch, now this is a lightning deal. It's a limited deal. So 7% currently claimed. 35, normally 40 bucks down to $34.60. Made in the USA. Made in the USA ratchet for $34.60 seems like a pretty sweetheart kind of deal there, if you ask me. All right, Gear Wrench. We got some nice specialty tools here from Gear Wrench. We got the rear axle bearing puller set here. Normally $42. It's on sale, limited time deal, down to $35.67. After that, we've got the wheel weight tool. Say that 3 times fast. The larger one, I should say. It's on sale down from $43, 36% off, taking it down to $27.59. Then we got the Knipex high leverage combination pliers, aka your lineman style pliers here. Normally $50. I don't know if anyone's been buying this online for 50 bucks. I think normally it's been selling in the low 30s is where it's really been at. But it's on sale right now to $24.60, which is one of the lowest prices I've seen in a year. Now we're really stepping it up. We got the Fluke T6 600 electrical tester. This is a higher end professional grade tester, similar to a clamp meter here. If you're looking to buy this, you know what this is. It's 26% off a list, down to $185.89. Then we got the Knipex 8-piece circlip pliers set, okay? This is a really nice set. You're getting, what is it, 8 pieces plus the bag, normally just under 200 bucks. It's a limited deal, 33% claimed. It's on sale right now for $169.80. All right, now these, I've talked about these. I did a video showing them as a battery cart. So I got one right next to me. It has all my tech stuff on it. And then I use some other carts around the shop. These things are honestly, I thought they'd be cheap and flimsy. They're not like super rugged or anything, but once you get them fully assembled and stuff, they're actually fairly useful around the shop. You'd be surprised. You'll find all sorts of uses for them. And this thing's on sale for a good bit cheaper than, they're normally like 100 to 160 bucks or so. So this one's on sale right now down to $70. Now, to be fair, there is $10 in shipping on this. It's going to take it up to $80, but even still at that price, it's still cheaper than most of the other ones in this market. All right, and then we also have the folding version, which I just got in. I'm going to be doing a video on that on my other channel here. Because I use it more as a camera cart. And it basically replaced a tripod. I'll show you the whole build on that if you're interested. But that said, this is, again, another option on top. It's a little bit smaller. It's a little bit smaller than the carts I was just showing you. But if you're not using it every day, it folds up and gets out of your way. If you're in a smaller shop where space is a priority, having it be able to fold, maybe take it with you, maybe hang it on the wall, get it out of the way, that's a real use. This one's coming in 16% off, down to $100.36. All right, we've talked about these kind of shelf storage systems here, charging stations. This is a nice one. It's got the built-in power strip up top, and it's in rigid orange for all you rigid folks. Maybe you want something that color matches. Here you go, on sale down from $70 to $60 with a 5% off coupon on top of that. All right, this was sent in the Biosin 55-piece oscillating saw blades, professional universal titanium. Anyway, it's a multi-tool bit set here, blade set, I should say. And it's coming in normally $39. It's on sale down to $30, and there's a 10% off coupon on top of that. All right, this is nice. A nice 9-piece roll pin punch set from Horace. These kind of punch sets are useful for all sorts of stuff. Now, I know what I use them for mostly. YouTube doesn't like me to talk about it, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, if you're looking for something like that, look at that nice little set there with the roll-up tool bag there. You're looking at 1/16 up to 5/16. The nice little bag, it's even got the hole in it so you can hang it on the wall kind of thing. That's a nice little setup. Considering the price, it's $10, normally $13, $10, and then they're going to knock another $2 off of that with the coupon, taking this down to $8. I think for $8, that's a must-have kind of grab. All right, we're back with Knapex. We got the high leverage, ultra high leverage lineman plier. This is the true lineman. It's got the little teeth in there for gripping the tape and the whole 9 yards. It's got the space up here. Why does it have the space? Because when you're grabbing that wire or the line or the tape and stuff, you don't want to crush it. All right, so that's why there's a space there. There's supposed to be a space there. You're looking at normally $43. It's on sale right now for just under $40 at $39.97. All right, we got Work Pro. We got a few wire strippers here for you. Work Pro wire strippers, 8-inch long nose, just your basic DIY, average Joe kind of wire stripper. Normally $15. They got a 10% off coupon on right now. That's gonna knock $1.50 off of it. Then we got the Milwaukee set. Oh, I guess we don't have the other. Somebody sent in some wire strippers. That's the other thing. If you don't see the stuff you sent in, it's either expired or it's not actually a deal. Amazon quite often lists stuff as being on sale, but when you view the pricing history, it really isn't. So that's why some of your stuff you may have sent in just didn't show up, all right? So Milwaukee set 12 tri-lobe screwdrivers. These are not the made in the USA ones, but it is in a nice little tray there. Or I should say case. They're decent screwdrivers. I mean, are they super high-end screwdrivers? I don't think so, but I think they're pretty good. $53, that's 23% off a list on that one. All right, the Work Pro, of course, I'm a huge fan of Work Pro. They've been a friend of the channel for a while. They always send over a bunch of stuff. They sent these over a long time ago, and I would like to say that I know where they are, but I don't. 9 times out of 10, one of my kids or my wife walks off with them. But the nice thing about these is they've got, I was looking for if I had another pocket knife around here. I did. So it's the push button. So this is a push button, clearly not the same knife. But right here you see the push button. That allows, when you push that, it allows you to flip it open and also close, which is nice on a utility knife like this, because quite often you're wrestling a box, you want to open it one-handed, get the job done, and be able to put it away one-handed. This will let you do that. You're getting a 3-piece set there, normally $18.79. It's on sale 10% off down to $16.99, and there's a 20% off coupon on it, so that's going to knock almost more than $3 off the price of that. All right, let's got the Fantic. I've talked about these. If you're looking for some nice precision screwdrivers, electric precision screwdrivers, this is a great little set. It's normally $80. It's on sale right now, 13% off, taking it down to $69.97. And then this is why I'm including it. Not 10, not 20, not 30, 40% off of that price. So you're going to get the sale price, and then you're going to knock 40% off of that sale price. Oh my gosh, if you've been wanting to get this Fantic set, talk about, you know what this is great for? Even if it's not for you, this makes an awesome Christmas present, birthday present, Halloween present. Give them away to the neighborhood kids. Look, Daddy, I got a screwdriver. Anyway, let's keep going here. Speaking of screwdrivers, the Skill Twist. This is actually a really popular screwdriver. A lot of people love this thing. 2.0 rechargeable 4-volt screwdriver. It's even got the little window so you can see it pivoting. Kind of a gimmick, but some people think it's cool. It's a nice case, comes with a lot of good bits. Nice setup there. It's normally $40. It's on sale right now for $30. All right, then I've talked about this kind of setup before. These are great, especially on your workbench. I use them all sorts of places. It lets you put basically a power strip right up against the wall. You just plug it right into the plug that you have right there. It's a surge protector. It's got 5 standard wall outlets. It's got 3 USB-A's. It's got a USB-C. It's surge protected. It's $8. All right, that is a really solid deal on something like this. Those are great to put on your workbench so you can have your phone charging and your accessories, and you can be running equipment and stuff off of it as well. All right, then we got the Vevor. Now, here's the rule of Vevor. All right, you can buy Vevor tools, just don't buy them from Vevor, okay? Buy it through Amazon, buy it through Walmart, buy it through somebody who's going to have your back if you have a problem, because Vevor will not have your back, right? They're like old school Harbor Freight, where like basically 1 in 3 was just junk and you had to return it, except Vevor won't return it. That's the problem, because they're all online. But if you're buying it through Amazon, you got that safety net. So that's why we can still talk about them like this. So what we're looking at here is the 5 amp, 12 inch variable speed with the table. It's very similar, almost exactly the same as the one that Win sells. It's got the table with the outfeed on it. It's got the variable speed on it. There you can see it up there. That's a nice solid DIY kind of drill press. Normally $263, it's on sale for $242. Plus there's a $15 coupon on top of that. So that's a worthwhile deal. Then we got the depth stick. We've talked about this really nice, decent cordless rotary tool. 127 piece accessories, comes with a shield guide, everything you see there. Normally $65, it's on sale for $40, and there's a 10% off coupon that's going to take this down to like $36. At that price, that's the price of a standard corded rotary tool. That is the average, Chinese generic name like this for corded rotary tools when on sale is in the mid-30s. Then now you're getting a cordless one for a corded price. That's a nice little setup there. All right, Skill. This is a 7.5 amp corded drill. Now, somebody commented recently, if you're going to buy a corded tool, you should buy the top of the line. And I don't disagree. I disagree with the fact that you should. I feel like if you can, buy the top of the line, because it's the thing that is really it's gonna be a buy it for life tool. Will this be a buy it for life tool? Well, not if you use it professionally, but for an average DIYer, it's a great way to get started. And then once you get your cordless tools and stuff, it becomes a backup tool, and it probably will at that point last for the rest of your life. Hopefully, if you take care of it, you can change the brushes and everything else. But that's it. This is a pretty solid tool. You're looking at 7.5 amp, half-inch corded with the handle, with the old school metal chuck, with the key and everything, for $40. Normally $50 on sale, 22% off, down to $40. That's a kind of every shop should have a corded drill like this. If yours doesn't and you're on a budget, this is the go-to one right now. All right. Speaking of Skill, they've got some great stuff. Here's the 10 amp fixed base corded router for $79. That is a great price on a router like this. These things normally sell for around $100. It used to be Bosch and Porter Cable were the two kings, and you could argue about your Ford and Chevy as which one was better. And then just in the middle of the night, Porter Cable left town. He went to get milk and never came back. So Bosch has been staying alone, and Skill just kind of slid into that second spot. Is it as good as Porter Cable? I'm not going to say it is. Several of you have told me, though, that it was, if not as good, it could see it from here, and at the price was just amazing, value for the dollar. At $79, I think if you got the cash to go for the Porter Cable, good luck. Get the Bosch, get the Bosch. But the Bosch is almost twice as much. All right. So, and if you want the combo, we've got the plunge router, the plunge base with the fixed base for $125. That's 16% off a list there. And if you want, you can get the table also for $143. So anyway, let's keep going here. This might be deal of the day, okay? Granted, I'm a huge fan of this Wear a Bit set. I've got tons of bit sets. This is the one I keep going to the most. In fact, it might be here. It's not. It's not in my side drawer because it's somewhere out here being used because I use it all the time. And on top of that, and normally the price on it is just like $80 to $100, kind of fluctuates in that realm. But what it doesn't normally come with is this, the ratcheting screwdriver. This is a combo, so you're getting both of these for less than the price of the Tool Check Plus. If you've been waiting to get the Tool Check Plus, this is it. This is the time to buy it. Don't think about it. I guarantee somebody on Tuesday or Wednesday is going to comment, that deal's no longer any good. Why do you lie to us and tell us about these deals? Brother, they don't have unlimited stock. And if you miss the deal, if you're not here on Monday, you're just rolling the bones to see if you get the deal on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Just forget Saturday. It's not going to happen. All right? At least on the killer deals. On the basic deals, yeah. But on the really killer deals like this, you know they've got like 5 in stock. So good luck. If you're waiting for it, hope you're one of the ones that gets it. All right? Let's keep going here. All right. Then we got the HB Tower 3-step ladder. Again, this one's sent in by a viewer. This is 500 pounds capacity. Again, these are less step stools than step staircases. That's really what they are. At normally $80 on sale, down to $60 with a 10% off coupon on top of that. It's going to knock another $6 off of that. All right, then we got the Greenworks Pro 18-inch 80-volt. This is a serious chainsaw. 18-inch bars and bigger are where you're getting into that serious, I can fell trees with this stuff. And 80 volts is going to give you the real power, all right? Now, is this a professional grade saw? No, but for the serious DIYer who's got the real homestead they need to take care of, and you got to really take down some lumber, this sucker's going to do it. And at that price, $260, down from $350. And you're going to, and with fall coming up, there's going to be storms, and you're going to have to cut down trees and limbs and all that stuff. This is the powerhouse to do it. Now, I'm going to have a budget option after this, but you're not going to come close to an 18-inch 80-volt chainsaw at that price. I don't think, maybe Black Friday, but by then it's probably, that season's over with. So next up we've got is also by Greenworks. It's their 40-volt 16-inch with a 4-amp-hour battery, and it's coming in at $134.49, just $135 basically. This is a great DIY around-the-house chainsaw. If you got stuff you need to take care of just on the, around the house, you got I got some box elders. I could cleave box elders left and right with this sucker because most of them don't get bigger than about 14 inches. And definitely for trimming and stuff like that and cutting firewood, this would be a great little chainsaw for that. I'm not trying to belittle it. 40 volts is a decent amount of power, but that 80 volt is serious, okay? Also remember safety first when it comes to chainsaws, all right? Next up, we've got this one again. Somebody sent this over. This skill this year, I'm kind of stuttering back and forth. This is a great table saw. A lot of people have this table saw. Go check out Mater's Workbench. He's got this one. A bunch of people got it. It's got the legs fold up underneath it. Becomes a bench top. You carry it with you. They fold out, and they're nice, rock solid. Not like that little crisscross spider legs like DeWalt and some of the other ones have. I hate those legs. This is actually a really decent, for a smaller saw, and again, I always say get the biggest saw you can, but if you're on a budget, if you need something portable, this is a really good saw. Now, the normal price is $300. The sale price this year for all the big holidays has been $269. It's at $269 again. Will it get less expensive? Maybe on Black Friday. It gives me the feeling that there might be a version 2 coming out sometime soon because before this, it was rock solid around $300. And now all this year, basically every 2 or 3 months, for a week or two, it drops down to this price. If you've been waiting for it, this is the buy it now price. This is the price you want to grab it at. You can wait for Black Friday and hope that it goes lower. It might not. The question is, that's your November. We're in August, September, October, and you're 3 months away. So if you save $10, was it worth waiting 3 months and not being able to actually use the saw? Inversely, would you rent the saw for $10 for 3 months? Yeah, I'd love to do that. Anyway, that's what you have to look at it math-wise. Remember, it always comes down to the math. All right, next up, we got, and by the way, this is over at Walmart, I should point out. Vessel over at Walmart, sold by JB Tools, who is an authorized seller of Vessel. Remember, this is a Japanese-made screwdriver and bit set company. These are JIS tools here, okay? Torsion bit set with the case, whole 9 yards. They're coming at $26.81, which is actually a pretty decent price on this. Next up, we've got over at Tractor Supply, again, sent in by a viewer. I love this because you know what? I would love to cover more farm stuff. Here, put it down in the comments. Are you interested in more farm equipment? You know, I'm out here in rural, Montana. I live in a small town, population about 7,500 people. I grew up around, in rural America. I grew up in the Midwest. I love being able to help out farmers and people, especially people who have like small family farms and stuff like that. If you're looking for equipment like this, put it down in the comments and I will try to find more deals and stuff like that. But what we got today is we got sprayers. This is your basic 25-gallon ATV sprayer. It kind of goes on the back of your quad. You can do some spraying, small field stuff like that. Normally $479, it's 20% off. You're saving $100 on that one. Then we've got the 45-gallon. This is getting bigger here. This is the boomless UTV sprayer here. It's coming in. It's $150 off, down to $650. All right, then we got over Tractor Supply. Look at this. They've got a ton of their truck boxes here on sale. I couldn't pick just one. Some of them are like, these are 21% off, 20% off, 20% off, 20. There was some I saw one that was like 3. So, you're going to have to figure out which one works for you. These are all 20% off. Maybe I misspoke. 25% off on the Weather Guard right there. That's a nice box. I like the Weather Guard, makes great stuff. At least I think that everything I've ever gotten from Weather Guard was pretty good. So yeah, all these are pretty good. 22% off. Maybe I misspoke on that. Maybe I was looking at the wrong thing. Anyway, I'll put a link to the entire page so you can go check that out if you're looking for a truck box. Next up, we got safes. These are document safes that you could put all sorts of stuff in besides documents. Yes, thanks YouTube for that. Anyway, Tractor Supply is one of the best options when it comes to budget document safes. And I will say this, Black Friday is usually when it's king, all right? They have some great ones. I've had a couple of them from Tractor Supply. These are the Winchester ones. They're not my favorite. They're definitely on the budget level, but they're not bad. You're looking at a 20 document versus a 26 document. They both have the E-lock. People sit there and will tell you, well, if there's an EMP, that thing won't be open. That's not true, brother. That's not how it works. All right. The electronics are actually inside the safe. So it's basically a Faraday cage. The keypad's the only thing on the outside. They've done testing with this. An EMP won't do anything to these things, even the cheap ones. So you're looking at 20% off on the one on the left, 28% off on the one on the right. One other option I did want to tell you is they have the Canon 48 document, E-lock, 45-minute fire rating, blah, blah. And before one of you know what you are, is like, well, actually, they're not safes. They're residential security cabinets. Brother, we don't care. We don't care what the naming of it is. We all know what it is. It's a consumer grade lockable steel box. All right. Is it gonna hold up to somebody with a drill for 20 minutes versus 30 minutes? All right. Obscurity is the first layer of security. If you want to spend 10 grand on a safe, good on you. And then when somebody cuts into it with one of these new metal cutting saws and is in it in 5 minutes, don't come crying to me. All right. The real reason to have a safe like this is some fire protection. And again, the wife and I, you know what we do? We take all our important documents and we put them in fireproof bags. And then we take those and we put them in the safe because 2 is 1, 1 is none. All right. We always have multiple levels of security. Now, that said, I used to have one very much like this. It was called the wide body, I believe. And what I love about this is it's not super tall. All right. There's the inside of it. I will say the Canon used to have better interiors. They've kind of cheaped out on the interiors. Everyone has, really. But this is compared to a person. You look at 59 inches, which gives you some nice storage and stuff on top. So when you're taking stuff out, you have a place, get one of those, what do I use? I use the mat you use at I'm looking over there because I have a door over there. Front door mats, the nice little gray ones. They're rubberized on the bottom with a kind of felt top. Those are great. Put them on top. They don't slide around. You can put the stuff, your documents you're taking out, you can put them up there so you can load your documents and stuff. Anyway, I really like using them for that, and I like the height of that because it gives you that workspace on top, or you can get storage and other stuff on top of it. I will say this. Do not let your wife know how good these are for storage, because when I got my first one, she took over half of it. Today, we have smaller versions. We have like I have the biggest one that Harbor Freight sells, and then I got the smallest one that Murdoch sells, which actually happen to be twins of each other. And she's got one, and I've got one, and neither of the two meet. All right, she does not get to put stuff in mine, and I never have a clue what's inside hers, which is just the way I want it. Anyway, $700. It's on sale, 30% off. I think Canon's one of the best bang for the bucks out there. All right, we got some work boots here. The Ridge Cut, we got the men's contractor steel toe, and the Wellington boot. Great boot. We got fall coming up. Boot season is coming up. They're both the steel toe contractor is 20% off. The Wellington steel toe is 27% off. Both of them are $80. All right, then we got chicken coops. We got the poultry hutch with a 6 chicken capacity for $150. And then for basically twice that, you got the 8 to 10 chicken capacity, I guess, depending on the style and breed of chicken that you've got. If you're into the chickens and the eggs and such, there you go, 50% off. It's into season. They're blowing stuff out. That's why we're going to start seeing more of this kind of stuff. All right, next up, I had to include it. The Massimo Mini 225 9 horsepower 4-stroke single cylinder engine go-kart. I do have to say this. There's some YouTuber who took one of these around Nevada, and he did like 100 some just ridiculous trip on one of these. You got to go check it out. If I can find it, I'll put a link down below. It's a hilarious video. My son, my youngest, desperately wants to buy one of these, and I'm like, you're not spending $2,000 on a go-kart Jeep. But he's like, but I want it. Anyway, I'm like, a few more grand, you can buy an actual Jeep. So anyway, it's your call. All right, Versus Stack over at Lowe's. This is the typical sale price, but somebody sent this in. I wanted to include it because I'll say for DIYers, the Versus Stack system is actually a really good portable, for the toolbox system. There's a ton of options because Craftsman kind of took it over, and then they started adding their own, but they're completely compatible with the DeWalt T-Stack system that's been out for years, which means you can interlock the two together. Yeah, you get a ketchup mustard kind of coloring to it, but if you can get past that for a budget system, I mean, $100 for a tower anymore, that's a good deal on that one. All right, let's keep going here. Home Depot, I just did the 40-60% off thing. This was, somebody just sent this in. This is the Makita 18-volt cutoff tool. They're like, you like that DeWalt one? Here's the Makita with free gift. And it looks like there's 2 items in here. So I'm not exactly sure how this deal works. Again, somebody else sent this in here. So you can play around with it, figure out what the deal is if it works for you. So you get you buy 2 main items and you get a free item is the way it works. So it's not going to be $179. It's going to be more than that. All right, now let's head over to one of the best, probably the single best place to buy outdoor power equipment. Of course, that is Best Buy. I don't know why they're selling it, but here it is, Greenworks electric pressure washer. It's a decent pressure washer, and that's a ridiculously good price. Normally $200, $80 off. That's a solid electric pressure washer for $120. I can't hate on it at all. 1900 PSI, yeah, maybe not, but close enough. And it's a good system with a good setup, nice storage and everything. For $120, I can't knock it, other than the fact it's at Best Buy. All right, we got some bonus items for you. This one got sent in by a viewer. Again, it's Vivor. All right, and no, it's not a barbecue or a hand trough or anything like that. This is a vinyl cutter, all right? You gotta be really serious into vinyl, but if you're looking for that, it's coming in at $100, all right? Then we've got the Apple MacBook. I'm not an Apple guy, but I know some of you are. The M3 Pro chip with a 14-core, 14.2-inch liquid retina display. It's actually a pretty nice display. Coming in for $1,500. It's 25% off. We got the iPad 9th generation. Every person in my family has this iPad. It's great it's not like super high power. It's not professional. It's for sitting on the couch, doing basic work, traveling, that kind of stuff. It's on sale. Normally the sale price is $250. This is $50 below the standard sale price. Then we're over at Walmart. We got 100 pounds of weights with the rack for $100. Now, $100, basically I always look at weights as $1 a pound is a really good bargain on these. And so you're basically at that price, but you're getting the rack on top of it. I have one of the systems where you just twist it and it changes the weight that's on it. Honestly, this might be a better system to go with, because rather than fiddling with those little controls, which is nice for small areas and stuff, if you got space for a rack like this and you're looking for a bargain, this is a nice setup to get. Then we got the Yashi food dehydrator. It's that season coming up. All right. In fact, it's fast to a speed goat season, right? At least for bow hunting, speed goat season. Good luck with that. People who do that, man, they're just ninjas getting those suckers. And we're talking pronghorns there for you city folk. Anyway, just teasing you. $160. It's on sale for $30 off right now. You can make dehydrated fruits, jerkies, all sorts of stuff there. That's a pretty good price for a setup like this. And next up, we've got the eHomey Counter Ice Hop Maker. I cannot tell you how much I love being able to just press a button in 6 minutes, get a whole serving of ice. And I don't have to sit around. I don't have to have a freezer or anything else. I just have to have a couple bottles of water, throw it in there, press the button. It's great for in the RV, great for camping, great for parties, great for in your shop. All right, $80. That's a great price on this eHomey. They're a solid company. We've worked with them on a few other projects in the past. And then I had to include this. This is the air fryer my wife has at home. 5-quart, up to 450 degrees. What I like about it is it really goes down low in temperature, so you can low cook stuff. You can actually do low and slow in an air fryer like this. You're looking at $80, just under $80 on that one. All right. Anyway, I want to thank today's sponsors again. Be sure and check them out. Let me know what you think deal of the day was down below. While you're down there, don't forget to chomp the old like button, smash the subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.